Hi guys, this is just a collections from Boots haul and review. Now you guys have seen this before. This is the collections Work That Colour. I got it in the nude. They did have it in silver and purple. Mine is a bit used, so I do apologise when I open it up. That's what it looks like. So you have, they're all numbered as well, by the way. So this is the number 1s, the number 2s, this is a highlight, and the number 3s, and they are quite dark. And it's basically on the back, it has step 1 to 4 and how to achieve a smoky eye, which is really good too. I got it just for the colour, and the gradation of colour is just amazing. Because, you know, these whites can be used in your crease, then these can be your mid-tones right here, these two at the bottom, and this can be the ones you come in. These two can be the ones you come in either in the sides to blend inwards, or if you just want to have that smoky eye effect and have like a little bit of a line going across, which I do a lot in the summertime as well, instead of using liner, which is really good too. So you still get the effect, but you don't have it so heavy. So I really like that. That was $4.99, and I had a Boots card, and then it was $2.99. So if you don't have a Boots card, it's $4.99. And again, they come, if you don't like the nude, kind of, if you've got a lot of nude palettes, I just liked it because I just love the colours, and I can't get enough of the nude palettes. But they did have kind of, this section would have been black, silver and white, and like there was a really sparkly silver as well, so if you do like that kind of thing, they had it in purple as well, so that's a good one to have. Sticking with the collections, natural collection from Boots, this is 3 foundations that I got, and you can see they're all different colours. Now I originally got them for my makeup kit, but then because I had ordered the RCMA foundation palette, but I knew I had basically lined up a couple of models for my portfolio. And I did see I can't remember her name, but somebody else did a review and didn't find this nice at all and said it was the worst foundation. I actually found the opposite. I find that it doesn't, apparently it dries out too much, but I mean, you can put it on the skin. Now I'm using this myself, so that's fine, otherwise I wouldn't use it just on my hand like this. And the complaints were that it gets very dry very quickly, so, but if I rub that in, I mean, it doesn't go dry straight away, so it might just be that it suits certain skin types and others doesn't. So I can continue to rub that in and it's not going dry, but that was the complaint. And what I have now changed my mind, and I haven't put it in my kit only because it's a little bit liquidy. That's the only thing. I know it's a liquid foundation, but it's got a bit of water base to it, so I didn't think it would suit a lot of clients' faces, but the colours were absolutely fine. And what I actually have used it and found it useful for is contouring before you put on your powder to secure your contour. So this is the 2 darkest colours I have. This is Biscuit and this one is Almond. See if you can see the differences. I know the light is quite bright here today, guys. As I said before, I am doing one of my rooms in my house so that it will just be the beauty room, and I'll be able to get the lighting fixed and everything. So I know it's quite, hopefully you can see, I know it's quite bright here. You can see. So that is Almond right there, and I'm just gonna, hopefully you can kind of see so there's Almond right there. And then Biscuit looks a bit darker, so let's have a look at Biscuit. This is Biscuit there. And then maybe if I just put a little bit here. So that's Biscuit right there. And what it's really good for is using it for contouring, honestly, and then you go over it with your chosen powder and it stays all day, guys. It stays all day. Very, very good. So that's what I'm using it for. It's a natural collection. There's no scent to it and there's no harsh chemicals, nothing like that. It's a medium cover foundation too, so it's not too heavy, because sometimes liquid foundation can be so heavy, so you should be careful. It does not shine whatsoever, so that helps too, and it is suitable for oily skin, which I have, and a lot of people have. They either have combination oily, combination sensitive, or dry combination to just normal skin. So it's quite, because it's from the natural collection, it's free from any harsh chemicals or anything like that. It doesn't even have a scent, which is quite good too. So that was the other thing. And the third thing I got, third and last thing I got from the Boots collection was the Naturally Matte foundation, and I got this in beige. Now I got it in beige just to add to my kit, but it kind of comes out in a It's this all day fresh matte finish. It kind of comes out in like a mousse, which is unusual kind of consistency. I'll show you in a minute. I mean, it is good and it stays all day long. And the reason I got it was just for the, again, because it's not my colour, but I wanted to just have something in my kit that wasn't just all, you know, ivory, that kind of thing, because I am going to be catering to a lot of different models. There is UVA and UVB sunscreen in it, so, and it does have minerals, and it's fragrance free as well, which I like, because a lot of people, and even if you're putting it in your kit, you don't want to have everything smelling, you know, certain ways, and it can kind of annoy the client as well, and there's literally no smell to it whatsoever. So if I just pop that on in there, you can see it's like a mousse consistency. It really is, and even when you start to put it in, it's mousse-like. It really is. It's like I felt like without the it was just like one of those pumps where you put mousse. It's a mousse, definitely a mousse consistency. Very, very creamy, good texture, and it does spread the colour really well and nice. You can apply it with your hands or a sponge or a beauty blender, but it does give a really good even tone to your skin as well. Now it wouldn't be my colour, that's beige, that's why I just popped it here, but you can see it has given a really good all over kind of tone as well. So that would be, if you like the mousse consistency as well, it's a good one to go for. They do come in ivory. There was another one. It was ivory, beige, and almond and biscuit. But because I got these guys here, I just wanted to try one of these. It's 35ml as well, and I think it was £5 from the collections as well in Boots. The other thing to look out for is their pencils and their eye pencils and lip pencils. They're really strong, and for the price, like, you get really good staying power as well, and I will be showing those in my makeup artistry kit too. So that was just a quick collections haul. So it was the eyeshadow quad, the foundations, and the kind of matte, naturally matte foundation. I'm surprised it doesn't say that like it's a mousse-like formula, because honestly, when you take it out, it just that's exactly what it reminded me of straight away. So, but yeah, very, very good. And the other thing that I forgot to mention is that it does stay all day as well. So yeah, very good. I wouldn't recommend. I'm not going to be putting these in my kit, only because not because they dried out or anything like that, just because I did find the consistency a little bit heavy for a foundation, and that you wouldn't have really been able to blend anything else in with it, because it doesn't dry straight away, but once it dries, it's hard to kind of manipulate around the face, which is what you need. You need something that's going to be easily blendable, easily able to mix and things like that as well. The other thing that you could do, I guess, with it, if you were finding that and you were struggling, is you could add in a moisturiser to it, maybe to lighten it up or get the texture a little bit different. But why do that if you're trying to get a foundation? So I have got a foundation palette that I'm going to show you, but I wanted to get the darker colours because I knew I was going to be working on different skin tones. So in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm using them as highlights, or sorry, contours, for contouring. And they are, and when I go over with my powder contour, it does work really well. So that's what it's working for at the minute. But otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend them, guys. I think if you're going to go for a selection of foundations, go for Revlon Colour Stays or something like that, if you are building up a kit. Or if you can, go for a palette, like a foundational palette, like RCMA or something like that. But I mean, in general, they're not the worst I've ever come across, but I wouldn't recommend them. I mean, they are shine free, as they say. It does say shine away foundation, and they are, but again, as I said, I'm using them for contouring my face as well, which I have done. But I mean, I do find Natural Collection good in general, but their foundations would, for me, apart from if this was in my colour, yes, so this will be going in my kit anyway, but yes, this one was quite good, and the mousse, if you like a mousse consistency, you'll like this too, and just put over your powders to set everything, and it honestly just stays all day. So I would recommend the Naturally Matte foundation from the Collection series. So yes, that was just a review on the Collection series. Again, don't take my word for it. If you do want to try the foundations, do it, but I wouldn't personally, just because they just don't blend very well. But I mean, they don't dry straight away, but they don't blend very well either, so there's not much you can do if you're trying to add on colour or you're trying to kind of create a look. It's not very good. So that's one thing I wouldn't recommend. But it's good to try these things, because then you know, and like when you're building a kit especially, you do have to try everything out and make sure that when you're putting it on a client, you yourself know what it's going to be like. So that's why I switched from this completely and I went for a palette, which I will show you on Saturday. So it was just a quick haul about the collections section in Boots, and again, if you have a Boots card, you'll probably get it discounted as well. And thank you for watching.